The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Cross-cutting. Cross-cutting. Square button. Square button.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. Pushes him aside at the 45. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Deep-head right button. Deep-head right button.
On 1st down, McLaughlin. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Deep-head right button. Cross button. R1 button. Cross button. Triangle button. Square button. R1 button. Circle button. Square button. Square button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
2nd and 13.
Herbert.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Deep-head right button. 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 Deep-head right button.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Button. Cross button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Circle button. Cross button.
Herbert now.
Triangle button.
He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. It's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson will throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
The Charger drive about to get going. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Circle button. Circle button. Circle button. Circle button. Cross button.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Square button.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And some room to work. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a big play that time by the Jets. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Now Wilson. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
R1 button. Triangle button. Triangle button. R1 button. R1 button.
A play fake, and now
Square
Herbert
button.
to throw. He's going to
Square
fire
button.
it deep over the middle. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last
Cross
play, and that means they'll need to
Cross
come up with
button.
something here on 3rd down.
R1 button. Triangle button.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Triangle button. R1 button.
Play action this time
Square
for
button.
Justin Herbert.
Square button.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that
Triangle
last
button.
play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on
Triangle
third
button.
down.
Cross button.
Out
Circle
of the
button.
gun, Herbert.
Triangle button.
Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenneth Murray just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
James now to return it. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Square button. Triangle button. Circle button. Square button.
From his own end zone.
Herbert.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Square button. Cross button. R1 button.
Again from their own
Square
end
button.
zone. And Davis has it over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Triangle button. Cross button. Cross button.
Here's Herbert.
Cross button.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away.
Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. On first down, Wilson. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Throwing is Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Charger drive about to get going. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here this close to their goal line. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting it down behind the line of scrimmage.
Triangle button. Square button. R1 button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button. R1 button.
On second and 12. Herbert looking middle, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Cross button. Triangle button. Triangle button. R1 button. Circle button. Square button. Cross button. R1 button. Circle button.
The 50. Here's Herbert.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Square button. Triangle button. R1 button. Square button. Circle button. R1 button. Circle button. R1 button. Circle button. R1 button.
Back to throw
R1
here,
button.
Herbert.
Square button.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
R1 button.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means fourth down. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
D-pad right button. 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 D-pad right button.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Triangle button. R1 button. Cross button. Triangle button. Square button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Now Herbert with it looking to
button.
pass. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third conversion.
Square button. Triangle button. Cross button. Cross button. Circle button.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. So not quite a first and goal. It's
Circle
1st
button.
and 10 from
Circle
the
button.
10.
R1 button. Triangle button. R1 button. Cross button. Triangle button. Cross button. Circle button. R1 button. Triangle
Now
button.
it's Herbert.
Triangle button.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? After the interception, here's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
R1 button. Triangle button. R1 button. Cross button. Triangle button.
Herbert.
R1 button.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On is the Chargers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitched?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble.
R1 button. Triangle button. Square button.
On 1st and 10,
button.
Herbert. He finds his man complete. That's McLaughlin. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Triangle button. R1 button. Square button. Triangle button. Triangle button. R1 button. Triangle button. Circle button.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Triangle button. Triangle button. R1 button. Triangle button. Cross button. Triangle button. Square button. Square button. Triangle button.
Shotgun. Here's
Triangle
Herbert.
button.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's McLaughlin. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Circle button. Triangle button.
Here's Herbert.
Circle button.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And nothing but daylight ahead. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jets. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Charger drive about to get going.
You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Circle button. Triangle button. R1 button. Circle button.
Justin Herbert
Triangle
looking
button.
to pass.
Triangle button.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Triangle button.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Wilson wants to throw it. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Wilson to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
3rd and long, it's Wilson.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll run on first down. McLaughlin, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Square button. Circle button. Square button. Square button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
First down, it's Herbert. He's going to let it fly.
Triangle button.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident throw.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30. And just shutting him off there. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Jets, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will get another road test next week as they head to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Post-game report, players, score, team, view highlights. Zero 9. Zero, 118, 121. 2. 256. Th 320. $353. 402. 615. 626. 004 030. 054. 0 137. Three, 414. Four, 503. Six 57. 033. Zero 121. $258. $313. 410. For 44. Fi 513. $5.41. 6:30. 6:36. Seven. 041. 133. 207. 2:15. T- 2:27. $2.52. Three 403. 526. Six ten. 656. Post-game report player stats. Entering screen player stats, team lack. Attack, passing, AVG, longest pass 80. Rushing selected. Passing selected. Rushing selected. Twent, Yardro, Tut, Team lack. Team Nick. Receiving selected. Team lack. Team Nick. Team lack. Team Nick. Team lack. Team lack. Team lack. Team lack. Team Nick. Team Lack. Team Nick. Team Nick. Team Nick. Blocking selected. Defensive selected. QB Sacks 2.0. QB Sacks 1.0. QB Sacks 1.0. Interceptions 1. Interceptions 1. Interceptions 1. Interceptions 1. Interceptions 1. Interceptions 1. Punt, kick return selected. Touchdown 0. Touchdown 0. Post game reap, finish game.